Alright, it's Friday, Battle Breakdown, you know the drill, guys. I couldn't really find a good match, or I didn't have time to, dig through and find a good match, so please leave some in the recommendations below. The qualities, or, the qualifications have to be IRL. It can be any region, I don't care if it's, Japanese, or, from a different format or whatever. I'd still like to analyze the play, because it also helps me learn, because I watch those on my free time. But I think another good option would be go down the list of World Championship finals, IC finals, that we haven't looked at yet. So 2013 is one that I wanted to look at, as he was my first World Championships I attended in person but did not play in. So this finals was between Simon Narode and Jason Kaczynski, and Jason Kaczynski became the three-time world champion, TCG world champion at this World Championships, earning a title that no other player has been able to replicate since. So let's watch how he did it. Another interesting accomplishment from Jason coming into this was that Jason did this accomplishment. He played in something called the grinder that we had back in the day, where everyone could play, and it was a single elimination best of three tournament. And then you would get knocked out. You would get only, I think, eight people got to make it through. I think this one they did four, maybe eight. I don't know. It was either 4 or 8 players made it through the grinder into the main event. And Jason went through this grinder to make it to Worlds. He did not qualify that year. So that was one interesting accomplishment to start. And then he ended up making it to Top Cut, where he, pushed through the bracket. He beat a 60-card mirror in top 16 or 8, maybe Sammy Sukum. And then he found himself in the finals once again. A crazy tournament, a lot of really unlikely events to bring Jason to the finals. And the matchup here was Darkrai, somewhat of like a Darkrai Sableye deck on one side, and Simon Narode playing Plasma, the kind of poster child deck of that Nationals onward. Plasma wasn't something that that players, I guess, had built. Everyone had their own version of Plasma heading into that Nationals, and then heading into Worlds. Everyone had a better idea of how to play it. The deck at Nationals, US Nationals specifically, that kind of took the world by storm was Gothitelle Excelgor, so it was kind of on the forefront of so many players' minds heading into Worlds, because now you have, at the world level, you have these players who all have access to tropical beaches, more or less, and you don't want to be able to, kind of get, stifled by, you don't want to get, stuck by this deck, so everyone was playing multiple copies of Keldeo EX, and other things, just to be able to deal with Gothitelle Excelgor, because it was a deck that you didn't really want to lose to. Now, this matchup is going to be a hard one for Simon, because Jason has this Sableye, because Jason has these hammers in his deck, I believe, and these lasers. So Jason can keep not even actually using his Darkrai until he needs to take prize cards. He can simply whittle down all of Simon's resources as quickly as possible. But with cards like Dark Claw, he's going to get that extra damage in. He's going to have Keldeo to rush and retreat. He has Verbank Laser to get more damage onto the board. So theoretically, his Darkrai can hit for 110, and then he gets that extra 30 with the laser, so it's a 140, which is a very high number for this time period. If you think about today, 140 is very, very common and very, very easy to hit, but back in this time period, it was not something very easy. Now, Sable has the Junk Hunt attack that gets 2 items back to your hand. So Jason's thinking, what items do I really want? Laser's kind of a freebie coming back to the hand, but what else? So he's going to get the Ultra Ball, kind of lets himself get set up. And if this energy gets knocked out on the Sableye, it's not even a big deal, because all of a sudden you get to, Dark Patch that card back on. So we see the laser on the Sableye, and Simon's got 2 energy on the board, but what can he do? If he gets an attachment down, he can attack. Also, huge respect to Simon for that bling. Oh my god, those gold rares are beautiful. That Max Potion, gorgeous. I love the Plasma Ultras. I believe Simon's deck only plays special energy, so if Jason can find Enhanced Hammer, I don't remember if he played Enhanced Hammer, but if he can find Enhanced Hammer, it would just be kind of a lights out style situation. He's going to get the Kyurem off, the Deoxys gives him the plus damage, and the Laser Verbank already gets the knockout there, so he's going to get the damage onto the board, and there's a Mime, so the bench damage doesn't even matter. For a deck like Kyurem, where you're doing so little damage every turn, that damage does add up very quickly, so Jason's going to go ahead and Random Receiver, gets the end to hand. One thing that, now that the Float Stone's already been in play, and it's not on a Keldeo, Jason can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief, because if there was a Float Stone on Keldeo, whatever damage, or whatever laser flips he tries to stick, kind of get mitigated very quickly. So that's not going to happen in this situation, because now Simon's going to have to find a little more of a combination play to get this Kyurem out of the active if it goes to bed. Now another Sableye hits the board, another Darkrai hits the board, a Dark Patch comes through, we're going to get the energy onto the Sableye, and a laser. Jason knows it's very unrealistic to expect to attack. It's very unrealistic to expect to attack with the Darkrai this turn. You would need 2 energy attachments and a Dark Patch and a way to retreat. which is a lot of stuff, and usually Darkrai didn't play Floatstone. There's the Enhanced Hammer we're talking about. And Darkrai didn't usually play Floatstone, so you just kind of have to go and raw with this Keldeo, and so that's 4 energy that needs to be put onto the board. And so Jason knows that's not really going to happen. We're going to see the Russian, the Retreat, and a very easy 2 cards to grab back, the Enhanced Hammer and the Dark Patch. Now, the Dark Patch is just to get the energy out of the board that gets knocked off, gives you that +1. Basically, it makes this entire turn kind of irrelevant, and we're going to see Simon go Skyla. Now, this was a slower format, so something like a Skyla actually went a long way. He's probably looking for a Floatstone here. Maybe something else, just an Ultra Ball. Okay, so he's probably got the Floatstone already there. Double 2 cards, a Catcher as well as a Enhanced Hammer. I believe this format Catcher was also an auto, so you could just use your Pokemon Catcher, and rather than it being a coin flip like it is in the current format, rather than being a coin flip like it was right after this World Championships, it was just a Lysander or a Gust effect. You could literally just bring something up and say, hey man, that's mine now. Yoink. And that's on an item card. Like, think about how broken that was. And then we're going to just see, he's already played the Skyla for turn, and he's going to be able to do the 50 damage and power up the Kyurem. Now, we're going to see the Dark Patch come up. Nope, no Dark Patch, no energy there. I was like, yeah, I don't think I saw an energy in the discard. But we're going to be able to see another Enhanced Hammer hit the board, which is, completely okay. We're going to see an E-Search, just a basic attachment. He's not going to get the energy out of the deck because he's already got 2 in his hand, which makes sense here. Enhanced Hammer comes through on the active, makes sense here. Attached there, and then a Bike for 1. Now, Jason can also use the Sableye to pepper damage onto the board with Confuse Ray, but because the Keldeo is already in play, it doesn't make sense. We see the Catcher, which is really good. So we see the Research. Jason could have gotten greedy there and just captured up the Kyurem, because with 2 Dark Patches, you're in a situation where you can one-shot this Kyurem. But obviously that's very, very greedy because you need to find 2 Dark Patches, and one's already in your discard. So he opts to not Catcher, just setting up the Darkrai slowly, and another just bringing 2 cards back, Dark Patch back to hand, Enhanced Hammer back to hand. Very disciplined play from Jason. He's not playing this aggressively at all. He knows that the Plasma deck is supposed to be the aggressive deck. It's supposed to be the deck that's taking prizes every turn. It's supposed to kind of put the pressure on you. But if you can start chipping away at their energies, putting this small amounts of damage on the board, all of a sudden Simon's not going to feel comfortable getting energy onto his board. He's going to feel pressured because this 30 damage starts adding up. Yeah, and what are you going to do after that point? So another Russian Retreat, gets the laser damage off. And he's going to go ahead and just attack. And he's powering up a Deoxys this time around. Acknowledging that if he puts the energy on the Kyurem, he's putting all of his eggs into one basket. So that a simple Catcher will just take the knockout here on Kyurem. And every deck, I think, played 3 to 4 Catcher in this format, plus Skylas. So you could literally just Skyla for a Gust effect, which is a little bit funny considering now that we just have a supporter as a Gust effect. But back then, that wasn't the case. You had to dig a little bit deeper. Another Enhanced Hammer. Jason deciding, I think the obvious answer is to get rid of that Prism energy on the back, but if you get rid of the energy on the Thundurus, you're getting rid of Simon's options to kind of you're forcing him to put an energy there, so even the energies that are hitting the discard are not going back on this Thundurus, and we don't see a Lugia or anything on Simon's side, so it's not like Jason's under any pressure to do something crazy right now. He's getting his first prize down, he gets another Dark Patch down onto this Darkrai, then he's got an E-Switch too if he takes damage next turn. So we're going to see the Deoxys does 30 plus 30 for each energy attached to the other Pokemon. And I believe Deoxys does not power itself up. So 1, 2, 3, 120, minus 20 for resistance, I believe. 100, 130 with the laser. So you're not even getting the one-shot here. It's not like Deoxys attacking is something to write home about. We see 2 Thundurus on Simon's board. Simon's probably wanting to find something like an Absol here, another Kyurem. Just get that power up, get some damage onto the board. But this matchup seems hard. We see a Chorus finally for Simon and a Plasma Ball, but not an energy attachment, which means that this active Deoxys kind of has to go a little bit of the distance, and I don't think it's gonna. We're going to see another Dark Patch. No, I'm joking. We can't. Wow. Jason not having the energy in the discard is a little bit of a bummer, actually, because at this point you usually would. So we're going to see the Russian Retreat, and that's all you need to do, I think, here. All you need to do is Russian Retreat. You don't even need to switch to the new Darkrai or anything. If you have a laser here, that'd be really odd. No, wait, was Deoxys 170? Yeah, so you're fine. You have the knockout already. So Jason's in the driver's seat, firmly in the driver's seat, takes the 2 prizes, and he's setting up another knockout on the bench. Thundurus with just a Dark Claw catcher play. Now, Simon can obviously never put down another 1 prizer, making Jason's first knockout on the Kyurem a little bit useless, basically. But I don't think that matters too much, just because I think all of Simon's deck requires him to play like 1 prizers. He top decked the Comp Search, I think, here. So he's just going to chorus. He doesn't see a card that's beneficial to get with the Computer Search here. Maybe just Comp Searching for an energy there would have been fine. I think I saw the Computer Search. I might be mistaken. I don't know what the judges did there. Yeah, I was like, if you miss the energy, that's the only situation where you get punished. And we can see the Lugia come through here. So Simon still has a window, like an angle to just win this game, like outright. He's going to be able to blow up this Darkrai this turn with the 50 damage that he has exactly available to him. Go down to 2 prize cards, set up this Darkrai, or set up this Lugia, and the Lugia with a catcher will end the game on this Mr. Mime, or pretty much anything else in the game. So there's Simon's 2 prizes. He's finally I think this Lugia needed to hit the board way, way earlier. Yes, it would have been Enhanced Hammer targeted, but imagine if there was the energies on the Lugia instead of the Deoxys that 1 turn. We actually would have gotten a knockout and something would have happened there. They keep showing the Absol, so I keep getting baited by the Absol, and it seems pretty good, but Jason's doing a great job managing his bench, so it's not like a crazy situation. And we're going to see a Comp Search come through. I mean, all Jason really needs here is... You probably grab Laser, I think, if you're Jason. Or you can probably even grab... No, I think you just grab Laser. No, maybe... Well, you can go hit active, 30 onto Thundurus. Hit active Laser, 30 onto the bench Thundurus, and then a catcher wins you the game the next turn. So Dark Claw is probably what, or Laser is probably what I would grab. Maybe he's out of lasers. Maybe that's what I missed. There's the Enhanced Hammer on the Lugia, making this game so hard for Simon. Bringing up the benched. He's checking his deck count. I don't know if that catcher is necessarily was the best play. I guess you just get your prize here, but you're not... Hitting the active seemed completely fine. I think hitting the active with a laser, if you have laser, is completely okay. But I don't think he has a laser. Is that a laser in his hand? If that's a laser, yeah, okay, cool. I'll just go fuck myself then, I guess. So there's a laser. There's the Russian retreat. And we're going to see Jason go down to 1 prize card. Again, I feel like just hitting the active would have been totally okay with the laser play. Spread out the damage a little bit, spread out the love a little bit. Maybe that was his last laser. Maybe he was looking for the Dark Claw. Maybe I think I'll just grab Dark Claw at that point. And we're just going to see a casual 50 come through. Simon with 3 cards in hand. Nothing really going for him. He's powering up a Deoxys because I think he thinks a 2 energy attack is what's going to really end the game here. And he has the numbers. All he needs is a laser to end it. I think I just counted, and I think Simon was also out of lasers. So, a research from Jason. He's very low on cards in deck. Very, very low. And there's a laser, and there's a Dark Claw. Perfect math. And there's the knockout. So, the game actually got really, really close. Because Simon next turn, with a simple energy attachment, plus a laser, would have won the game. I don't know if he was out of lasers. He counted them at the very end there, but I missed that a little bit. So despite Simon's board looking like all kinds of jank for a majority of it, he was able to keep in the game very well. And Jason showed an extreme amount of discipline to just simply keep grabbing that Enhanced Hammers, keep giving up that 1 prizers, because it didn't matter to grab the Enhanced Hammers, the Dark Patches, because he was like, okay, if I can keep Simon down to a few energy on his board, there is no active threat of me getting knocked out. There's no like crazy play that he can make. And he was right. He was absolutely correct. Jason... once again, has a pretty decent board. You could attack first in this format. So opening Sableye is a little bit risque because I guess Simon could get 4 Deoxys into play and knock out this active Sableye, which is a little bit of a stretch. But you could do it. It was possible to do. Getting donked by Plasma was one of the least fulfilling feelings. I remember people didn't play Execute. 3 special energy in the discard, which normally would be very, very good, but the Enhanced Hammers are not really a card you want to see. Simon does have a Lugia, so you can start powering it up. I think that's super okay. Nope, just a 30 or 40. I think maybe I would have been okay. Okay, enhanced hammer. That is so unfortunate. A laser and the flip heads. Wow, that is a kind of a feels bad. Jason's debating, do I just attach here and play it safe, or do I Ultra Ball first and then end? And Jason's deciding playing it safe is always correct. And I think that's absolutely correct. You have no reason to actually Ultra Ball and kind of greed it here. Like, why would you greed finding an energy anyway? Because, like, you're not going to attack with Darkrai this turn. Getting that extra energy attachment on the board doesn't even matter for you. Getting back this enhanced hammer matters for you, and having it in your opening hand is kind of cool. He did draw into the Dark Patch and the energy, so it kind of, like, would have paid off perfectly for him. But that's like just a bad gamble to take. You just don't do that. Now Simon needs a couple of pieces to do everything he needs. We see a Chorus for 6. Keldeo, Floatstone's what he needs here. Floatstone plus... I don't know. Do you go back in with Thundurus, get more energy onto your board? That seems fine. That seems A-okay. Or do you do something else? I don't know. I feel like you're in a tough spot either way because now you're down so many energy. So you think you have to go back in with Thundurus to kind of recoup energies onto your board. He's just going to get the knockout here, set up this Kyurem to do a ton of damage coming up. I believe it was 130 with Blizzard Burn. So 2 Deoxys, it's 150. With Laser Verbank, it's a knockout on a Darkrai. Very good math. Now there is a obvious threat to kind of answer. We're going to see the Tool Scrapper, the Floatstone going away. We see the Catcher, probably on a Deoxys. No, just the Keldeo, and we're going to laser it. Enhanced Hammer. Yep. Jason is like, I want you guys to realize Jason is expertly targeting the one guy who's powering up energy. So he's like, you have all your energy on one attacker, and you're going to have to keep using this Thundurus because you don't have any other energy on the board. So I'm kind of denying you that ability to do more with this Thundurus and keep investing in this Thundurus that doesn't actually do much in this matchup. Like, the whole idea of Thundurus is to do poke early and set up for these big guys. But if you're making Simon or the Plasma player here invest into this Thundurus without, really any reason to, it doesn't do anything for you. So he's asking for energy. I see an E-Switch in his hand. So he's going to attach active, Darkrai, retreat. No, this time E-Switch is a catcher. Dark Claw, and just pass. Heads. Okay, so the Keldeo does wake up. So a little bit of a cheese strat does not work from Jason. We see the Comp Search in Simon's hand. Going to be able to get any card he wants. I mean, you're probably just going to grab yourself the Floatstone. Like, I think that's the best one card here to kind of get you out of this pickle. He said he was going to go back in. Floatstone comes through. Catch of the Sableye. Expertly analyzing that the Sableye is going to be a problem. Getting this damage onto the Darkrai doesn't actually matter yet. It will, like, later in the game. It will. Like, you can still hit it for 30 here with the Kyurem if you choose to go that route instead of just Blizzard Burning. But it's very important to just get the damage, like, or knock out the Sableye before it can start getting the Enhanced Hammers back. And we're going to see the Blizzard Burn, 120 or 140 with the Deoxys in play, and Kyurem can attack next turn. So, but we have the Keldeo Floatstone to rush and retreat, reset that attack. A very cool combo, am I right, guys? Like, it's a very obvious combo, but it's very cool. Now, if Jason finds himself the Laser Verbank, there's an N. Very good for Jason. He's still going to 6, but he's putting Simon to 4. And if he can knock out this Kyurem this turn, that's 3 Plasma Energy in the discard, at the very least. So there's no Chorus Machine plays that are, like, readily available to you. There's the E-Switch combo, and we're going to see an N. Jason playing out his whole hand, making sure, hey, I can do all of this. I don't need to have the energy on the Keldeo right now. I don't want to risk it on missing an energy here, missing a Dark Patch here, whatever. Like, I don't want to miss that. So I'm going to just set it up. All I need here is a Stadium. There's a Stadium. Oh my god. That's going to put Jason so far ahead because now, well, this Kyurem's going to go down. And looking at Simon's board, what does he do? Like, what do you do from this situation when you have your Kyurem is gone, your attacker that you're going to plan on using next is already very, very heavily damaged. A Laser plus Verbank combo here will kill it. And you got to start powering something up. What do you even do? I mean, he's got to go Skylar for Plasma Ball for Lugia. Yeah, I think Lugia is the best comeback mechanic here. Try to go for a double Lugia knockout and win the game. We see the Chorus Machine. There's 1 Chorus Energy left total, potentially. It is there in the deck. Lucky for Simon. I mean, if you're a world level competitive player, you probably already checked that. So there's the 4th and final Chorus Energy. And And you gotta find an energy this turn to. Yeah, there's the energy, and we're gonna see the attack pop off. Just a couple of damage here, and we're gonna see 2 energy on the Lugia. I did see a double colorless energy in Simon's deck at some point, so that means he can attack with the Lugia 2 turns back to back and kind of end this game, which is still really, really scary if you were the Darkrai player here. So it's a little bit of a tricky spot for sure, but looking at Jason's deck, there's not that many cards left. He has the laser. He's checking. He's saying, okay, what do I need to do? If Jason can power up another Darkrai, or even bring this Lugia up preemptively and hit into it, I think he's okay. If you can bring up this Lugia preemptively and say, hey, I understand where the problem is. I want to do a lot of damage. And I can set up another Darkrai. I'll be okay. We do see a computer search. So he's going to get rid of the Dark Patch. He's going to probably grab himself just an energy attachment for the turn, I think. Or did he grab a research? He might have grabbed the research. Enhanced Hammer. That's even better. I did not see that. And Simon's got like a 2-card hand, so you just probably want to research the hand. Yep, get rid of everything. 6, 7. There's the attachment for turn if he needs it, which I think he does. There's all 4. That's 3 of the 4 colorless energy once again gone. This Thundurus is going to go down, which you're forcing Simon to attack with another Thundurus, which he does not want to do. You don't want to attack with another Thundurus if you're Simon. Your next attack had to be with Lugia, but discarding 2 colorless energy on turn 1 feels really bad, man. Like, that feels terrible. And now we get the knockout here. The 30 damage onto the Lugia. I don't see a route for Simon to come back into this. He's going to have to attack with a Thundurus again. But now he's got 2 Prism energies, 1 Plasma energy. Or, like, Blind energy, sorry. And 3 Colress energy in the discard. Which just basically means he's completely out of resources. And he's got to commit to one of these 2 plays. He's committing to the Lugia. He's saying, okay, here's Lugia. I'm giving you a Deoxys to feed. Do your worst is what he's saying. But now a catcher plus a laser once again puts this Lugia on the chopping block. I mean, Jason can also just hit the active and put the damage. Like, if he can laser into the active and put the damage onto the Lugia, next turn he's 1 laser away from being able to take a double knockout and end the game. Because Darkrai is 180. Or not, why am I talking about Darkrai? I got baited by the image again. Oh my god. Lugia has 182, I believe. Maybe it's 170. I don't know. But either way, if it's 170, you go for the knockout this turn. If it's... Yeah, okay, so he's going for it. If it's 180, you set up for a double knockout. Dark Patch comes through. He's thinking an N. Is an N... Okay, I mean, you just play the other Darkrai down, I think. I guess Absol's the only worry, but there's already all the Colress energy gone. So it's not like Simon can Colress Machine and make a play. We're going to see a switch, making sure that this new Darkrai doesn't get knocked out. Very, very good. Very smart on Jason's part. He's just kind of ensuring that... Okay, and he doesn't want to end... Because I guess he's no cards left, or maybe he just doesn't have what he needs in the deck. And we're just going to see damage coming onto the board. The preemptive strike for 140 onto there. And now there is a Keldeo with damage on it as well. So there's the energy from Simon, kind of what he was looking for the whole time. And Simon's got to do something. But what is that something? A chorus for 10. Simon still has a ton of cards in his deck compared to Jason, who's just been researching, drawing cards, researching, drawing cards. Like, it hasn't been like something spectacularly special out of Jason that he's been doing. He's been playing very like, just draw my hand, play my hand, draw my hand, play my hand. So very, very like telling of how, geez, 10 cards. Oh my god. That is pretty much every card in Simon's deck, I think, besides like 3. Rush in. He's got a max potion. There's no way you max potion here. That feels so greedy. If you max potion, you are out of energy. You have to hope your Thundurus survives forever. So he's just going to retreat. I don't get this play. What are we doing here? Did he miss the catcher? Is that what the play's all on? So the line here would have been hit catcher, kill this. And then hit catcher, kill this. And take your 4 prizes that way. I guess that's the line there. But Jason's just thinking, what do I need to do? What's in the bag? A catcher wins him the game effectively here. They're both checking each other's resources. Both decks have virtually been played completely, so they're both seeing what's prized, what's there. You can get a very good read, especially in this format where a lot of 4-ofs were being played, a lot of 3-ofs, 4-ofs. Very consistent decks across the board. Simon's looking at the max potion in his hand, and he's like, okay, just an attack. Onto this Lugia. Now, this Lugia is under the... this cannot feel good. You cannot max potion this Lugia. Okay, the Deoxys, that makes sense. I'll take that any day of the week. He's going to set up the Thunderous. We're going to see the Skyla for the catcher if it is in the deck. Exactly what we need here. Bring up the Darkrai. Okay, perfect. Jason just swapping the damage, being cheeky with it. Russian Retreat. And just a knockout. Now we're out of Chorus Energy, and we're left with one prize on Simon. So there's 2 outs here. If Jason has a catcher plus laser, the game ends. If Jason has... catcher laser. That's pretty much it. Catcher laser is what ends the game. Enhanced Hammer also, I think, ends the game. I think that's Simon's last energy. Maybe there's one he just pulled off the prizes. So Jason's just going to research. Drawing all 7 of his cards. We see the catcher. We see the laser. We see the knockout. That's a perfect, addition of everything. We see all the combination of cards. And that is... It's a hard-fought game. We saw the line for Simon. Had he hit the catcher that turn, he would have been able to potentially win this turn. I say that potentially because there's a far amount of things he needs to do, and I don't know how he's going to one-shot this Sableye without having a laser as well. And I think in that hand he had none of that. So if last turn he hit the catcher, this turn he could have either Skyload for the piece he was missing if he had one of the pieces, or research the whole hand and just try to hit, because I think that's all that was left in his deck. So I don't know if even he had those pieces, but that was the line that Simon had. A really hard-fought matchup, really close on both sides. The Enhanced Hammer plays from Jason, honestly keeping him in the game a lot longer than he should have been, because this matchup is Lugia favored. This matchup is Plasma favored. Plasma was the king of the format. Darkrai had realistically no place being there, and we saw a very unlikely deck win the World Championships. So thank you guys as always for watching. Please leave suggestions in the comments below for next week's video. Until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.